I like to go out. I don't think that's a secret on the Black Swan podcast that Snuff like to go out. I might go maybe 3, 4, maybe 5, depending on the day. Sometimes a week, right? I like to have me a couple of drinks. And even if I don't go, I like to have me a couple of beers. Get me after I get off work, I either get 2, 3 collect. Depending on who I hanging with, I might get 3 more collect. You know what I mean? Maybe get a shot depending on what the mood is or whatever. Maybe a good game on tonight or something like that. Depending on how the mood is. But I like to have at least about 3 to 5 beers every night or every day. Is that a problem? I've been told that might be alcoholism. That might be an alcohol problem. But no, we getting real. I want to know, guys, my friends. I know last year Spooty Try had a little semi-intervention with me. But that wasn't about the drinking more so than the wilding out.
Yeah.
You feel me? But now I didn't chill the wilding out. I know you guys see it. I didn't chill on the wilding out. But they say, I still drinking a lot. I don't think so. Y'all help me out.
I think, and like, not to just get too trippy with it, addiction is addiction.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, whatever you using that substance for, if you're using it to a point where you're abusing it, it could be anything. It could be weed. It could be your 5, 6, 10, 11 beers after work. It could be.
How we get to 10, 11? But go ahead.
I'm just saying, like,
Go
that's
ahead.
obviously abusing it.
That's
ahead.
clearly an
That's the point.
accurate amount of
So
what
it's
you
just-
actually drink.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Let's go.
Yeah. So it's just like, you could be addicted to anything, and like addiction is addiction, and I think it just falls down to like why you're doing it. What is the reason you're using this substance that you know is going to alter you in some state?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
So what's the reason why I'm looking for some alterations every day?
yeah, and it's just like you could just be like, but some people just be like, man, straight up, but like I just want to drink, but I ain't as anxious when I want to drink. I just want 1 or 2 beers. It's been a rough day at work. You know what I'm saying? I just want me, whatever you did. I just feel like eating some fried chicken.
Now, if I say some shit like life rough, then it sound like an addiction now.
Yeah, because like it's like you're trying to escape from life, but it's just like, I think it boils down to also you could have functioning addicts where it's just like they're using to the point where it's impacting their lives negatively, but not to the point where it's like total destruction. So they could still go to work, but you know they might have like different health problems going on or whatever, all kind of different things affecting them, and they're refusing to acknowledge that I really only doing this to try and escape whatever problems I'm dealing with in my life. And that's really what it boils down to.
Guys, we're having a real conversation. Don't mind me making jokes and making looks and shit like that. We're having a real conversation. So whatever I may say is a joke later, hey, we still having a real conversation.
No, because like in the Bahamas, we treat alcoholism like it doesn't exist. Like the nigga who goes to the bar and sits down from like 7 a.m. in the morning and no bar is open that early, I think.
Where you live? Where you live? I would
Come
know.
on, man.
There's always 24/7.
Okay,
You can always
fair
find
enough,
a bar.
fair
24/7.
enough, fair enough. But like, if you start off your day with a gin and orange juice, that might be a sign that if your breakfast is gin, you might need to talk to somebody about it.
I might be on vacation.
It's
I
not
watch
that-
many shows where, or plenty stuff where people in the morning, like big office shows and stuff like that. And I don't want to base real life on shows, but where someone have their little vodka in the fridge or they got their hard.
But when you
If
turn
you're talking
around,
about
when you
Mad
turn
Men,
around
that
and
was definitely alcoholism.
we ain't talking about turning up. We talking
no,
about having
but
one
turn
little
around
drink.
and ask them.
Shannon Sharp is drink 5 in the morning before a show. So are you gonna call that
Yeah,
alcoholism?
but what time he got up? He could have been up from like 12 that morning,
Either which way.
and that's just like it's midday.
Okay, maybe it's that. So I guess it's defined on. So I guess it's still based on what you were saying, based on defined.
It's just
on the
addiction.
personal-
It's addiction. You have to read the signs and you have to know if that person's legitimately addicted to this substance that's influencing their behavior, whether they realize it's influencing their behavior or not. Also, you can't speak on what's influencing someone's behavior if you're not around them often
You're right,
enough.
You're right.
I just saying. No,
Alright,
because I
let me-
had somebody on a personal experience. I had some people come to me before, and like they didn't even know how to approach me about it, about certain things that I do, and they wanted to say that whenever they see me, I get a beverage, an alcoholic beverage, or something of that sort. But these people don't see me every week or every day of the week to say. Every time I hang out with them, I get something. Maybe we on that tip. When I chilling, I hanging out with and I relaxing with my
you like to
friends.
get a little looser then.
It's not even getting a little looser. Who don't know I like me some tequila? I love me some tequila.
No, I have a different question for you. So if you mind.
No, to be honest, like
let me
I'll
get a
roll up
finish.
to
I
the
got you.
bar and I'll get tequila and orange juice, straight up. If it's that type of night.
I mean, if it's an orange juice, it's not straight up. But go ahead.
Straight up in the sense that that's what I order and straight up.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Not like saying it's straight up. I
No,
know the
if
difference
we gonna
between.
talk about
I know the terminology neat,
we're gonna talk about. But
chilled.
But let me
on
ask you,
the
let me ask
rocks.
you a question. So based on what you said, like you said, there could be someone who may have an addiction or a small addiction, or we won't call it a small addiction. Addiction is an addiction. Someone who may have an addiction, but they functioning
Yeah.
probably very well.
Definitely.
How do you, as a friend, deal with that? How, like Smoothie, shout you out. You literally put me on a little bit of a right track. I want you to know, guys, I remember whoever's on my WhatsApp, man, I was posting 20, 30 stories a night. It was lit every night, all over the place, all that good stuff. Smoothie come to me one day, and he didn't do it in front of our big group of friends. He said, "Baby, let me pull you on the side, let me talk to you, let me ask some questions." And just the fact that he cared enough to say that to me made me say, you know what? I might be doing a little bit too much. And as well as I realized, I represent more than just myself. I represent not just my family, I represent my friends as well.
And like from my perspective, is
We
like,
got you next.
and like from my perspective, is like, it's kind of hard to even approach that situation because it's like, obviously it's someone you care about, but it's just like, yo, how do I even say this?
It's sensitive.
You know, like, am I going to be freaking out for even looking at it this way? This person might be straight and I might be the one freaking out. So there's always an awkward situation to be in. But like, if you know your boys, you know your boys. And like, it's nothing to have a conversation. They shouldn't feel no type of way if you approaching them in a certain way. And you shouldn't feel no type of way to say, but you's my boy. I expect you to give me the benefit of the doubt to at least hear what I said. And you know, not a lot of people I've been learning have people in their lives like that. But it's an awkward conversation all around. But like you say, I care enough about you to say something. And if I'm wrong, then I'd rather be wrong and know that I'm wrong.
But that's why I throw it out there, dog. There is not a lot of people that do care about you like that. That's why I surround myself with those type of people who willing to say, although they gonna do the dumb shit with you sometimes, they willing to say, hey, now you're running out. But
Hey, free bongo, word to crack.
Joe boy. So back to my question. Let me repeat it for you real quick. Oh, boy, you can laugh for 10 seconds. Can I get my question to you now, Joe boy? All right, let me repeat my question real quick, Joe boy. My question was like, so Smoothie kind of touched on it, but like, how do you as a friend, and I know you as a person that's really knowledgeable, spiritual, you like to talk, you have no problem getting in them uncomfortable conversations. How do you as a friend go about something like that with somebody that maybe have an addiction, but they functioning really well, but you as a friend, you notice it, or a family member, you notice it. Talk to me, man. Talk to us. Give us some of that Joe boy knowledge. The people been asking for it.
Yo, free bongo for Drew. But
Free is a must.
yo, but I honestly feel it's a few factors when it comes to that situation because it is kind of touchy. The first thing is you have to have a certain level of relationship with a person to even see to address them for something like that. And to address them for something like that, I feel like is 3 factors that it has to be affecting or that it's affecting in order for you to say, okay, it's a problem for this person. The first factor is their health. You see what I'm saying? Without your physical health, without your body, you really can't do nothing. Like, no matter what happens, you can't do nothing without that. So is it affecting your health? Is it affecting your home, as in your family life and your relationships with the people that you have around you? And is it affecting your wealth, as in affecting your ability to get up and go to work every day, or affecting your ability to function and work every day? You see what I'm saying? So if it's not affecting your home, affecting your health, or affecting your wealth, then I really wouldn't be able to see it as a problem. But if I'm close enough to you to see that it's affecting one of those 3 in a negative way, then that's when I feel that me having that relationship with you should sit down and have that problem from the perspective, the conversation about what I see as the problem from the perspective of how I see it. Give the evidence of what I see and let you rebut that for me to see if, okay, it could be timing, because, you know what I mean? You could be in a situation where you just celebrating something and the celebration just becomes extensive. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, pull back and get back on your grind, because, you know what I mean, the party over now. And things like that.
That was me for my birthday. We continue.
Yeah. We had that conversation. That's right.
It's now October, sir.
September for my birthday. My birthday in August.
It's now October.
Nah, we stop. We party for other reasons now.
I don't know, but bro, we party because we want to.
Yeah, but that's my thing. If it's not getting into any of those three areas to say how them adversely affected, then I don't really see where it's a problem. But to say on a broader scale, as in countrywide, as in alcoholism in the Bahamas, a lot of people don't take it that seriously. They would see friends that overdrink, or the person that every time you go with them, they get like sloppy drunk. It's like no time. I mean, I see you looking around the room, and you may feel some type of way. Hit dogs is all out. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I know Snuff could drive home. If I gotta follow Snuff home, Snuff driving home.
You never gotta follow me home.
No, I'm saying if.
Let's not put out some bad information.
No. We ain't putting it
I
out
didn't
like
tell him
that's
I
what it
drink
is.
was 5 to 6, 7 beers. Pootie say 11, and she confirmed that.
Okay.
But let's not put out bad
Okay,
information.
let me know you was Snuff.
Thank you.
Friend X.
First of all, he drinks collectors. He pisses that out like within seconds. I'll be drinking the same amount, but I drink something like a more like 6% alcohol.
But then your
and
pisses
up.
be more aggressive when they come out.
Oh God.
Oh no, we can't say that. See, she talk about my piss, but I can't talk about hers.
I didn't really talk about your piss. I talk about you pissing the alcohol out. Like,
This nigga keep flying away.
I mean, like, but Fox though, like,
it's a fountain.
like,
Okay. What I want to transition in, because you touch on it and you did touch on it as well. Is there an alcohol problem in the Bahamas?
Definitely.
Yes, bro.
It's too accessible.
But are people drinking because fucking the Bahamas running bad and life hard? Oh, and I guess that might be an addiction because they
I feel like Bahamians have an addictive personality off the rip. They
So
just
beyond-
pick and choose
beyond
what
just
they want to
alcohol.
be.
some people addicted to church, bro.
Like they
Yeah,
have that addiction. They
okay,
addicted to telling you about your ass.
I mean, let's put it like this.
Being in your business.
We have just as much people addicted to church as we have people addicted to alcohol. How?
Half of them is the same people?
No, there's
That's
a
where it is.
There's
Two.
a bar next to every church.
Two.
Like if it ain't next to the church,
Two.
it's like 2 people houses
And
down,
everyone.
1 woman tuck shop, then the bar.
And you can always find the
It's right
Chinese.
there.
It's
selling at the
always
club.
a mommy around the corner across the road from a church.
And the tuck
No,
shop
I'm
is
being
said there. I
serious.
don't want you to think tuck shop ain't selling Guinness.
Is there an alcohol problem in the Bahamas? Let me finish. Is there an alcohol problem in the Bahamas? As well as, next question is there a way around or to get past this? Because, we all about problem and solution on the BlackSwaan podcast. Is there a way to get past an alcohol problem if there is?
I'll say this, kind of like bringing it back to a little bit of what I was saying earlier, and like drawing on my own personal, family, and professional experiences as well. There's a lot of shit that people don't talk about in the Bahamas. And so a lot of people just addicted to whatever
Getting them by.
Like they got all kind of issues going on at home, going on at work, and there's not really an avenue for them to properly express how these things are affecting them, which is shout out Bahamas Strong. One thing I like that they focus on is that we want to focus on mental health and getting therapy for persons who have experienced trauma through Hurricane Dorian.
We're going to put that up on the screen, of course.
We don't take mental health serious in this country, so you have a lot of people who just addicted to whatever they're addicted to, alcoholism, because we as pirates, everybody's just drink, and alcohol is so just free. They just really running from or looking for an escape or release from whatever they're going through. And because we don't talk about things, we don't really have a culture where we express how we feel about things and how they're affecting us. People look to something, like you say, just get them by.
And we also have enablers in the Bahamas.
Yes.
Whether they realize it or not. And I watched like 3 of my family members enable a situation that happened on Saturday. like a whole, like on Saturday, like somebody got trashed, and they didn't get trashed off of like 1,000 cups, or that's an exaggeration, but 1,000 cups of gin and juice or whatever the case may be. They had like 2-3 cups, and it probably was a bad mix, but they got trashed. And then the following day, my family was just sitting there arguing with the bartender that he shouldn't have given no alcohol, because we know how that person is drinking. We is monitor the drink in the yard. But I'm like, when we come to a party not in the yard and everybody was having a good time, that person couldn't control themselves, and y'all wasn't around to help them.
That goes back to what
Stop
I think you said
enabling.
about true friends. It's like when you have true friends around you, they can
Stop
watch you and do stuff like that.
enabling,
Like,
bro.
Can I be honest? Like, dog, I keep it 100. We keep it 100 on the Black Swan podcast. You know what I started doing before Swooty came and talked to me? You know what I started doing? I started telling them where I was going. I started going out with other people, so instead of hanging out with them, because I realized, I said, hey, I know I doing shit, and I know my boys ain't finna do it. Well, I know most of my boys ain't finna do the shit with me,
you
right?
doing the shit.
And I said, but no,
Joe Boy does the shit.
on 100,
Joe Boy does the
Joe Boy was
shit.
getting this. Joe Boy was getting himself on the right path as well. So like, you gotta watch these signs for your friends, bro. Like someone had to look and say, hey, he noticed I stopped coming around. I stopped talking as much. Yo, let me talk to you. You know what I'm saying? He was just watching my stories and my videos. And the wildest thing, I was posting all that shit. So, but dog, I gotta dap you again. I appreciate you, dog. I appreciate you, dog. You cleaned me up. Shout out Gerard. Gerard, you cleaned me up too. So I ain't gonna leave you out there, Gerard. You say a lot of shit to me too. So I appreciate that. But any closing statements on this?
Be a great friend. No matter how uncomfortable you are, no matter how judgmental you think you're going to sound when you have this conversation, talk to your friend about their addiction and the way it's affecting your relationship. But don't judge them.
I just like to say, like, you know, on a personal level, just be able to look at the person in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Be honest with them. And if you can't be honest with them, then at least you know, all right, maybe it's time for me to change some things.
That was good.
Joe Boy, I say a short statement. Go ahead.
On a serious note, a lot of people don't know the type of help that's out there, and we a lot of times crack jokes about Sandalance Rehabilitation Center, but that is a place that you can go for situations like this and to seek help for situations like this, or for the people that you would feel that need help. Even if you can't get them there, you can get there and get the information that you would need for those persons. So Sandalance Rehabilitation Center is not just some place that you go to get a box of vitamins. People always crack jokes.
For that free box.
Yeah, you really can help your loved ones through these
Turn
types of
somebody
places.
All right, so I think he was looking up some people. All right, what I want to say is on top of looking up these places, we gonna put some more places up on the screen. Like again, we joking around about it. I joking around about it. Yo, my friend's been talking to me. Don't mind me sitting up and drinking this collect.
Don't put the violin on me this time, boy.
But no. But honestly, beyond looking for places for help, and that if you need some help and you can't find it in the people around you, what I want to say is there are places, but get better people around you. You gotta find people around you, people who ain't scared to make an uncomfortable situation just because they care about you that much. Shout out my family, shout out my parents, shout out my brothers, shout out my aunties, shout out my uncles, shout out my close friends. Why? Because they ain't scared to make things uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like they care that much. I'm sure I get a little big sometimes, but they care that much that, hey, I gonna take that risk to make things uncomfortable. And the people I did make feel uncomfortable and I got big on you, I apologize. But don't think I didn't hear you. Like Joe Boy said, I was just, you know, a little in my feelings and defensive. So if nobody else have nothing to say about that, I think we close that one out. That one get a little real.
That was really good and like close and cozy.
I know we always real, but that get a little real.
That was
personal.
cozy.
Yeah.
That was really cozy.
All right, so we coming back with one more topic for you guys. We'll be right back.
1-800-GET-SNUFF-OFFBEER 1-800
Is that a website?
SNUFF-OFFBEER. Call to get snuff off bear today.
THABLACKSWAAN. All right, let's go.